What is good, Neo family? It's Rey-Jay back with another video, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about the one and only Neo stock and how it actually connects to AMC. It has a ton in common with AMC. It tends to run very similar to that of AMC. And if you don't believe me, guys, just watch this video. I'm about to show you some crazy things. Now, before I do get started, though, I do have to mention some very important things. First off, I'm not a financial planner, guys. This is all for entertainment and educational purposes only. And also, guys, if you guys can, please smash the like button if you want to see more videos like this. It not only benefits me, but benefits the entire Neo and AMC communities as a whole. And the last thing is, if you guys can, please check out the Moomoo links down below in the description. If you do sign up for Moomoo, you're not only going to qualify for up to 5 free stocks, each worth up to $3,500, but you're also going to qualify for an iPhone 13 Pro giveaway, meaning you may win an iPhone 13 Pro by signing up with the link down below. So with that out of the way, guys, let's get on with the video. So check this out right here. This is Neo's chart, and as you guys can tell, it's basically resembling a Wyckoff accumulation schematic over a longer time frame, right? You guys can clearly see it right here. We have the preliminary support. I mean, it's very similar, guys. It's super similar. Preliminary support, the selling climax, the automatic reaction, and everything else. Like, you guys can see it ran up, it went down. We have this run up testing the resistance, then it dipped right over here, and we just saw the spring. Well, look at AMC. We have a very similar thing that's playing out with this chart. Now, I'm not saying that they're exactly the same, but they have very interesting things in common that I have to show you guys. First off, let's just talk about how they're similar. Look at this right here. This is just a very simple way of looking at it from the price movement. Even a child can actually see this. Look at this right here. AMC, it was very low around December, and this thing started to explode. It ran all the way up by January, right? You guys see that big squeeze that happened in January? That was a gamma squeeze, and that was crazy, right? Look at Neo. If we go to the start of this chart, this thing ran up like crazy around January, right? That's when Neo started to run up. And you guys can see, like, this thing was very low and it started to actually explode by January, right? It's very similar there. Now, here's the crazy part. From January, after this thing runs up, it starts to crash in February. Then all of a sudden, we have the automatic reaction and Neo explodes in March. So Neo crashed in February, then it exploded in March. Well, look at AMC. AMC crashes in February, then it explodes in March. How interesting is that? Well, that doesn't seem that crazy, right? Well, watch this. After March, guys, AMC crashes, right? In April, then in May, it starts to creep up, and it exploded in June, in early June. Look at Neo. Something very similar happened. I mean, this thing, it exploded in March, right? Then this thing started dipping in April. It dips again around May. Then it starts creeping itself up. Then it explodes around June up until like the end of July, or the beginning of July. I'm sorry. This thing exploded, right? Very similar to AMC when they run up. I'm not saying that they run up the same. I'm saying that they tend to have very similar movements. Then after that, AMC starts this downward trend. From June up until today, we see this very big drop. Okay, look at Neo. From June up until today, it's been dipping like crazy too. But then here's the crazy part. From a Wyckoff perspective, we have the spring, the very low point, which was found right here. December 17th or 18th, towards the middle of December. That's when Neo hits that low point, right? The lowest point it hit in months. Do you guys see this? Since January, it hit the low point. Look at AMC. AMC drops like crazy, then it hits its low point at almost the exact same time. You guys see this? Okay, what are the odds that these companies, they tend to have very similar price movements? It gets even crazier. Look at this right here. Look at the dark pool and off-lit exchange data for AMC. According to Chart Exchange, 58.97% of AMC trades happen on off-lit exchanges. Once again, manipulation, right? Look at Neo. 60% of trades for Neo happen on off-lit exchanges. If you look at something else like Tesla, it's usually at around 40%. Other stocks are at 30%. Li Auto's usually at 34%. Neo is at 60%. Once again, Neo's 60% of volume happens on off-lit exchanges. AMC's at 58.97%. Look at the short interest of Neo. It's actually not that high. It's at about 3.14%. However, guys, I saw other sources say it's about 4%. However, look at the outstanding shares. 1.5 billion. So my point is, it has 3 times the outstanding shares of that of AMC, which means that its short interest is actually, there are actually tons of shares being shorted, guys. Tons and tons of shares of Neo being shorted, believe it or not. So what I'm trying to tell you is they both have crazy off-late exchange volume, AMC and Neo. They both tend to follow Wyckoff accumulation schematics, and they tend to go down and go up at very similar timeframes. I just showed you guys that. So what does this mean for the future? Well, a lot of people are anticipating and AMC is going to have a massive run very soon. I actually measured some bars which showed that AMC is probably, I don't like to give any specific dates, like I said before, but I want to let you guys know that I think AMC is going to have a very big run up sometime around, I would say mid to the end of January or sometime in February, right? That's when my chart is showing, because it is showing this accumulation schematic that played out, and there's probably going to be a big rally coming, especially considering the fact that January is notorious for short squeezes. Look at Neo. Neo looks very primed for a big run up. I've been telling you guys this. It's resembling Wyckoff almost perfectly. Now, why is this correlation in existence? Why on earth is Neo so similar to AMC? There's one simple answer. It's because of one, manipulation, and two, because of the fact that these market makers, these big institutions, these billionaires, these giant index funds, these hedge funds, they are dictating the price of these stocks in very similar manners, and we're able to pinpoint them very, very well. Once again, guys, look at the charts. They're not perfectly the same, but they tend to run up and drop at very similar time frames, guys. And you guys saw what happened in January to Neo. This thing started running up towards the end of 2020, and this thing exploded. It absolutely exploded around January. And I think the same thing is going to play out this year. I think we're going to complete the Wyckoff accumulation schematic, and the same thing is probably going to happen to AMC. I think the same thing is going to happen. So I may be wrong, guys. I could be completely wrong about this. I want to put it out there, and I admit my mistakes if I am wrong, but I want to put it out there that this is some crazy, crazy stuff, guys. The fact that they're so similar, I find it very, very crazy. Now, what does this mean for the future of these plays? Well, at the end of the day, guys, remember what happened to Tesla. Tesla was heavily shorted. And what happened was a lot of these shorts had to start covering. Tesla was once the most shorted stock in the world. I'm sure you guys remember that from like mid 2020. Well, Neo is heavily shorted now. It's also manipulated. So I think eventually this thing is going to run up once this price movement starts to end up happening. And I think it has a lot of potential to run up because it's a great company, in my opinion. You guys can have your own opinions too. With AMC, it's very similar. Heavy shorting, people think that this company is going to die. At the end of the day, it's crushing it. If you look at the Spider-Man movie, my point is Neo has been crushing it, and it's prime for a big run. They have the ET5 that came out. They're expanding all over the world. AMC has been crushing it too. They just are on the verge of being profitable. They're crushing it. They're entering the NFT marketplace. They're just killing it, guys. So both of these companies have insane potential. And I think 2022, or at least the start of 2022, is when we're going to see big runs from both sides. I'm not guaranteeing it, but I'm just putting it out there. So please, guys, I know you guys might think that this is crazy, but please just at least look into these theories. They definitely have a lot of merit, and I just find them very interesting. So I just wanted to share it with you guys. Now, I'm going to continue making my videos the way I normally make them. It is a weekend, which is why I'm just trying to do something a little different. And I just wanted to share some light on this. I wanted to shine some light on it and share it with you guys and just let you know what I see. So I thank you so much for listening. I see a lot of potential in both AMC and Neo, and I just want to put it out there. They both have insane potential. They're both heavily manipulated. They're both heavily shorted, but it's not the end for them, in my opinion. The run is most likely going to come soon. I thank you for listening. Please never give up on your dreams, guys. Never, ever give up, and I'll see you in the next one. Neo and AMC to the moon, and peace out.